Hey everyone, this is Mike here for Computer Cuisine Deluxe 7. Just wanted to show the new version 7 and the updated list menu that I've created for version 7. Now, when you go to the main menu and click list, you want to be able to obviously quickly and easily get information about your recipes. And for this version 7.0, I really was going for simplicity. The previous versions of Computer Cuisine Deluxe, they had a lot of functionality, but there was a lot of clutter in just the design of how the list menu was essentially set up by me previously. So this time wanted to go for simplicity, but still have that powerful setup behind the scenes to where you can still have the same functionality, but see everything in a nice, clear, larger list, easier displays, and nicer, more presentable icons. So every recipe that you see here in your list has certain attributes that you see on the side here. Now, for example, if you see a little camera icon, that means those are the recipes in your list that you have added a custom photo to. So this recipe collection includes 1,001 recipes, and some of those recipes actually do have custom photos. For example, apple pancakes. Let's go there. This is a photo of apple pancakes. Now, if you go to a different recipe in your list and it does not have a camera icon, for example, let's go to apple cake. That might just have the breads and muffins category photo. That's sort of the stock photo if you tag something as breads and muffins. So if you go to the list menu and select anything, let's go to aloo gobi. Okay, this is listed as vegetables. This is the stock photo for vegetables. So whenever you enter a new recipe or you change something, for example, let's change this to stews. Well, then it now has a different generic stock stews icon or photograph for your particular recipe. And that's really set up just so you have a nice presentable look, even if you don't have custom photos included for every recipe. Obviously, if you do want to add a custom photo, just click over to the photo tab, drag in photos either here or in any one of these three boxes. So let's go back to that list menu. So the camera icon shows that it has a custom photo that you've added as opposed to the generic stock photo. Let's go to the list for the favorites. Now, this is the favorites column, and if you see the blank heart that is not filled in, that means a recipe is not your favorite. If it's filled in, like this one, then that means it is your favorite. So if we go to Alaskan salmon chowder, favorite is listed as yes. Now, if we change that to no, go back to the list, you will see that the heart is no longer filled in because it is not listed as your favorite. Let's go back and change that to yes. And obviously, at any time, if you wanted to find all the recipes that are your favorite, let's say, you just simply go to the Find menu, go to Favorites, select Yes, and click Enter. When you click Enter, now you'll see, obviously, all of these are filled in because we are only listing all of our favorites from the entire recipe collection, and there are 35 of the favorites listed out of 1,001 recipes. So we can always click Show All and Sort, and now we're back to the 1,001 complete recipe listing with favorites and non-favorites listed. Okay, now in this column, this is set up for printing. It's really set up for batch printing because if you wanted to go to each individual recipe, click print, it might be cumbersome if you wanted to do, let's say, 7 recipe prints in a row. You're just having to click in and out and, click print and what have you. Well, I made it really easy to do batch printing here. So let's say we wanted to print Alaskan salmon chowder. All we do is click here and you'll see this little red checkbox gets illuminated, and that means it's tagged as ready to print as part of your print queue. It's checked to print, so to speak. So let's say we're going to add a couple of these recipes here, and you can just scroll through and randomly say, okay, best fudge cake, yeah, let's print that one, and go through as many as you want and just click, 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 click. Then when you're all set, you just simply click print, and this will print only the recipes that you've tagged as checked as per the little print check icon. It sends them to press, sends them to your printer, and you're good to go. So that way you don't have to manually go in for each one, select print on the individual page and such, save some time. Now, if you ever want to clear these out and you don't want to have to go to each one and click uncheck, 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 you can just go to the tools menu here, and then in the list printing, you can select uncheck all recipes to cancel the printing. So check that and you'll notice now all the checks are no longer checks. You can even do the reverse. Let's say you had 25 recipes in your collection. You want to print out each one individually. Just simply go to list printing. Now we're going to check all of them. Now, we just checked 1,001 recipes. So if I send this to the printer right now, it's going to take a while. So I definitely don't want to do that. So I'm going to go back in there and just select uncheck all recipes in the list to cancel the printing. So that's how you do batch printing via the list menu. And lastly, there's a little hide icon. So let's say you're doing a search and you really didn't want to list certain, I don't know, there are certain times where maybe you don't want certain recipes found. You want to unfind them, so to speak, hide them. So there's a little hide icon. And so let's say amaretto sour. I don't want that one listed right now. Just click the hide button. Now that one is omitted from the list. Now, please remember, we have not deleted it. That is not a delete function. That's simply hiding it. So it's very similar to if we do a find for chocolate in our recipes, and if we were to find 30 of them, well, we still have the remaining 971 recipes in our collection. It's just that we would have to click show all to show all of them again. So we're just hiding a couple here and there. And when we hide these, you'll see recipes found. It's being deducted by each one that we hide because they are hidden. They're not found anymore. So if you ever want to show them all, you just click show all, and now you're back in business. So that helps sometimes when you want to hide certain recipes and you don't want them showing up in the list perhaps for this particular listing. Just an option. So the last step in the list menu is you'll see little sort icons that I've added above each column. Now, obviously, you can do the main sort, and that's going to be alphabetically by name, but I added just a very simple kind of subdued menu so that it isn't too much clutter, so we could sort everything by the country of origin. So let's just click that, and all of a sudden you'll see everything is grouped by country or by flag. So as I scroll down, you'll see all the Chinese recipes are now sectioned off. The French, the German, they're all collectively included as one big unit. So that way you can search for or just do a nice little list for all of your Italian recipes and just kind of look through and say, okay, here's my listing of Italian recipes. And at any time, if you want to just go back to the listing, you can click the sort here or the sort here, and then you go A to Z, just like we had it before. So this one will do the same thing, but it's going by serving size. So this one, it's obviously starts with 1, and it's going to be progressively more, and it goes to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way up to many, how many that it serves. So you have it listed by, so you'll see now all the many servings are listed together. Again, go back to sort, does the A through Z. The other listing is by your types. So you're doing a search here, you'll see all these icons are now collectively in groupings. So this is all your chicken recipes that are now set up, and you'll see poultry listed as the definitive option right there. So all the pork, all the pies, they're all collectively by type. So again, that's just by clicking here. So again, shooting for simplicity, nice, clear, concise icon, larger displays. I found that this was a lot easier to sort of navigate your collection. It just looked more presentable, but you still had the power to jump around and do quick sorts and searches and listings through the new Computer Cuisine 7 listing menu. So thanks.